Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today we are coming to you from Motorstoke City where the engines look to continue their undefeated streak and they have a huge type advantage over the Glacado Nordics, whose season seems to be melting away right in front of us. They are still yet to get a victory. They are 0-4 this season. Can they get the huge upset? Let us know what you think. Let's send it down. Now this could probably not be any worse for the Glacado Nordics as they start out with Excalibur and Sir Titan. It will be Iron Moth and Cinderace starting out for the Motorstoke engines, and immediately Cinderace going for the Tickle. It is going to change its typing to normal as it has that Libero ability, and it is going to lower the physical stats of Sir Titan here. And Iron Moth looking to follow it up with the Flower Trick. It's going to get the critical hit here onto Sir Titan, getting a great hit as well. Excalibur, the pseudo legendary, immediately one and done of this, going for the teleport. It's going to go back to the bench, and out in its place will be Cryogonal. Sir Titan now going for the Sucker Punch, but this is going to fail. Now remember, the Motorstoke engines do have their hidden ability. They are the home side, as that last resort is going to fail from Cinderace. Iron Moth though looking to go for the super effective Flash Cannon onto Cryogonal. A great hit there as Cryogonal is going to respond with the stored power. Super effective, but Iron Moth tanks that hit. And the Dragon Pulse now onto Cinderace from Sir Titan. Didn't do as much damage as I would have expected, as the grassy terrain is set up by Cinderace. So any Pokemon that has taken damage and isn't levitating like Cryogonal will be able to restore some health, as we get the Leafage now from Iron Moth onto Sir Titan. Cryogonal with the Tail Slap, going for Iron Moth here with this multi-hit move, only hitting 2 times though. And now Sir Titan is going to go for the Bleak Wind Storm. Critical hit on Cinderace, but it doesn't get much damage there on the fire types. Well, Cinderace being a normal type now, thanks to that Libero ability, as the grassy terrain takes effect, and Cinderace with the Meteor Mash onto Sir Titan, and that is the first elimination for the Motorstoke engines. You have to think they've come into this matchup super confident, and the Mega Kick completes the huge play. Iron Moth getting the elimination of Cryogonal, and already it is starting. The Motorstoke engines yet to lose a game. They do not expect to lose it to the Ice types here, as Excalibur comes out for the Nordics and is going to be joined by Houndstone. Now Houndstone being the Terrestrializer Pokemon for the Glacado Nordics immediately sheds its Ghost typing and is now an Ice type Pupper. Wonder how that happened. Now Excalibur being the pseudo legendary needs to come up with something huge in this matchup, as we get the Muddy Water from Cinderace hitting both Ice type Pokemon. Not very effective there on Excalibur, as we get the guard split from Iron Moth sharing its guard with Excalibur. Looks like they're kind of focusing in a little bit on the pseudo legendary here, as Excalibur with the tearful look onto Cinderace, trying to lower its attacks. That Cinderace having that 116 base attack, also lowering its special attack. And we get the Drain Punch, which is super effective from Houndstone, capitalizing on the normal typing of Cinderace, and it gets the elimination as well. The Glacado Nordics showing that they came here to play, and they will not be intimidated by a type disadvantage, as Iron Moth gets a little bit of health restored, as does Excalibur, and out comes Salazzle now for the Motorstoke engines, immediately going for the Discharge, hitting everybody on the field. Yet again, not very effective on Excalibur, but that speed advantage still on the side of the Motorstoke engines, as we get the Heart Swap from Iron Moth onto Houndstone, and Excalibur going for the triple axle onto Iron Moth. This gets more powerful every time. It's got 2, and the third one gets the elimination, even though it wasn't very effective. Iron Moth is taken out of this matchup, and the Glacado Nordics have actually leveled the playing field here. Houndstone follows it up as well with the Hurricane, gets a great hit there onto Salazzle, and Salazzle is going to be left confused from that Hurricane, as it has its health restored thanks to the grassy terrain, as does Excalibur, almost getting back to full strength as well with that. And now out comes Charizard for the Motorstoke engines. Salazzle is in that confused state. It needs to shake it off, and that it will. Going for the low swoop, this super effective move onto Houndstone. A great hit there, critical hit in fact, and it's going to lower Houndstone's speed, as Charizard now going for the Frost Breath. It is avoided by Houndstone, however, allowing Baxcalibur to go for the Thunder Fang, which is super effective onto Charizard thanks to that part flying type. Now, great hit. Houndstone follows it up with the Parabolic Charge, almost eliminates Charizard, but hits everybody on the field. And thanks to that Parabolic Charge, Houndstone is going to restore health from the energy that is drained from all three Pokemon on the field. Yes, it even did damage to Baxcalibur there, but it did more damage to Charizard, who's now an easy target on the field, and it will not have its health restored from the grassy terrain because of it being a flying typing. That grass has finally disappeared from the field as Salazzle is still in a confused state, and it is going to do damage to itself. This is great for the Nordics to try and keep their chances alive, as Charizard going for the superpower onto Baxcalibur. Super effective hit there, but it is going to lower Charizard's attack and defense, but fantastic to go for the pseudo legendary with that move as Baxcalibur responds with the glare. And this is going to leave Charizard paralyzed. This could potentially prevent it from being able to move, as well as slowing it down. And we get the Mud Shot from Houndstone, but it doesn't affect Charizard. Again, that flying typing coming into play. Salazzle still in a confused state on the field, and yet again it has done more damage to itself, and it is becoming an easier target for the Nordics as they go for the Vine Whip. Does Baxcalibur, not very effective on Salazzle. Charizard going with the Psychic Fangs onto Baxcalibur. Everybody in low health at the moment. We get the Strength Sap from Houndstone, who is almost going to get itself, actually it may get itself back to full strength. It does lower the attack stat of Salazzle as well, and Houndstone fully restored. Salazzle needs to shake off this confusion here. This time it is able to, and it goes for the Air Cutter, and Baxcalibur is eliminated with that critical hit. The Motorstock Engines have put themselves back in front. Charizard looking to follow it up, going for the Vacuum Wave. Super effective hit on Houndstone, but Houndstone is going to respond with the Fury Cutter. Charizard, though, is able to hold on after that not very effective move, and out comes Avalugg for the Glisado Nordics as Salazzle has snapped out of its confusion. And we get the Flail from Salazzle, but Charizard is unable to move because of its paralysis after Houndstone took that damage, and Houndstone with the Sweet Kiss is going to leave Charizard confused now. So Charizard has the confusion and the paralysis that it has to shake off, and the Avalugg here going for the Plain Ice. It's also going to lower those stats of Charizard, lowering that attack stat. And Salazzle now going for the Sludge onto Houndstone, and Houndstone is eliminated. The Motorstock Engines are building back that momentum, eliminating the terrestrial Pokemon. There are only 2 Pokemon remaining for the Glisado Nordics as that sun comes back out under the sky. But Charizard is confused, but it is able to shake it off. It shakes off the confusion and it goes with the Dragon Dance. It is going to boost that attack back up as well as its speed. And we get a wish now being performed by Avalugg to see if it can restore some health in the future. It's probably wishing that its team wins as Frostlass comes out onto the field as the last Pokemon for the Glisado Nordics. And we get the Calm Mind from Salazzle, boosting its special attack and its special defense. Frostlass now looking to go for its first move, immediately going with the Fake Out and eliminates Salazzle from this matchup. That's what the Nordics need to do to keep themselves in this. And now Charizard is, even though paralyzed, still faster than Avalugg. It is confused, however, shakes it off, but the paralysis prevents it from moving. This is fantastic for the Nordics. Avalugg is in with a chance, going for the Esper Wing, and they have leveled the playing field. There are 2 Pokemon remaining on both sides, and Avalugg has even boosted its speed in the process. Ceruledge now coming out for the Motorstock Engine, and it is joined by Houndoom with that Unnerve ability. Ceruledge riding Houndoom into battle here, but a Spatial Rend from Frostlass onto its fellow Ghost type gets a good hit there onto Ceruledge as Houndoom responds for its side with the Gastro Acid onto Frostlass, suppressing its ability here. Ceruledge is going to follow it up with the Healing Wish. This would actually eliminate Ceruledge, but it does fail because it's got no one to take its place. And Avalugg going for the multi-hit move, Icicle Spear onto Ceruledge, who with that weak armor, it's going to lower its defense every time one of these Icicle Spears hits. It's going to boost its speed, but if it can get all 5, it might be able to eliminate Ceruledge from this matchup, and that is what the Nordics need. It's got 3. These are getting stronger every time. Avalugg could get this. Come on, it's surely going to be able to do it. They still need their first victory of the season. Gets the 4th one but it looks like it's only gonna get 4, and they weren't even very effective. It almost got the job done though, hitting those 4 times. Ceruledge, now the quickest on the field, goes with the bullet punch onto Frostlass. That is super effective. Frostlass responding with the haze. This is actually going to remove all stat changes from Pokemon on the field, which means Ceruledge is no longer the quickest on the field. Houndoom, though, with the Poison Fang onto Avalugg, doing very little damage, and Avalugg responds with the Veno Shock onto Houndoom. Both these Pokemon not being poisoned there, but the Fell Stinger onto Ceruledge, not very effective. The most minimal of damage is lowering Ceruledge's defenses, but boosts its speed. And Ceruledge now with the Seed Bomb onto Avalugg. Avalugg tanking yet another hit. Houndoom, though, with the foul play onto Avalugg. They are trying to chip away at this mammoth of a Pokemon, this iceberg of a Pokemon, as Avalugg with the Entrainment is going to get that weak armor off of Ceruledge and give it own tempo ability. As Ceruledge is still the quickest on the field, going for the Cross Poison onto Frostlass, not very effective, but Frostlass has been left poisoned. This is back and forth, this is still anybody's game. The Nordics are still in this, and it goes for a Twister. Ceruledge is eliminated, the Nordics are in front. Frostlass with a crucial elimination. Houndoom with the Slash, but it doesn't affect Frostlass, it went for the Ghost type Pokemon. Avalugg with a chance, going for the Power Trip, doesn't go. It does not go for a very effective move. Unfortunately, not very effective, and Frostlass feeling the effects of the poisoning, but they are still in the lead here at the moment. They have 2 Pokemon. Frostlass with the Play Nice onto Houndoom, yet again lowering the attack stat of the Fire-type Pokemon, as Houndoom with the Incinerate gets the single huge play, taking out both Frostlass and Avalugg. With the one move, the Motorstoke Engines have won this matchup. The Glisado Nordics came so close to getting their first victory of the season by giving the Motorstoke Engines their first loss, but unfortunately it was not to be. The Motorstoke Engines are now 5-0. They are on top of the leaderboard, and next round they will be going up against the Striped and Greens, where they will have yet another type advantage. Whereas the Nordics will be facing the Spikeman Suede Grunts in the next round. We'll see if they can get their first victory then, but until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw here today, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.